New free MW3 rewards you can redeem for a limited time. We'll go through how to get them in this video, plus the official MP reveal trailer premiering tomorrow morning. We'll break down everything you need to know in today's video. Be sure to subscribe for more COD update videos like this. But first up here for the rewards, we have COD Next viewership rewards, watch and earn. So on October 5th at these times up on screen will be the beginning of the COD Next trailer, or the live streamed event I should say, which is going to have multiplayer gameplay. We're going to have Warzone mobile gameplay, the new Warzone map as well, and of course some MW3 zombies. But during that stream, if you watch on Twitch or YouTube on COD's official channel, you will earn these rewards here. So first off, we have the Death Upload Weapon Blueprint. Looks really cool. Robotic Gamer Emblem. We have a Bot Ops Charm, and then a Curved Monitor Calling Card. So a very funny selection here of viewership rewards. First off, it's very interesting to see them take the blue route this year, considering all of the marketing has been red. Of course, the other side of this is blue as well. If you look at, some of the promotional images here, we have blue as the good guys, I guess, and red as the bad guys. So I guess they're fitting with that theme there, but it's kind of funny seeing this death upload stuff. This is a very simple selection of rewards here. Nothing too crazy, of course, but it still is cool to see them doing something for this COD Next stream. And honestly, everything does look pretty cool, and these will probably end up being fairly rare as well, because most normal people are not watching the COD Next stream. They don't have all of this stuff connected, and they don't always get these viewership rewards. And of course, COD Next is a stream that only lasts about an hour or so, right? So these could end up being fairly rare in MW2 and MW3 as well. So be sure to have that stream on, and make sure your accounts are connected, your Activision is connected to your Twitch and YouTube, or YouTube I should say, and make sure to get these rewards here because they do look pretty cool. And of course, very soon we should get a reveal for what beta rewards we're getting as well, which obviously, if you remember last year, MW2's beta had a whole selection of rewards you pretty much got for leveling up through the beta. It was very simple. Just progress through the levels and you would get rewards like charms, emblems, calling cards, some weapon blueprints as well. And these were also pretty rare because you could only obtain them in the beta. So once that beta ended, you were no longer able to get the rewards here, and they ended up being pretty rare in MW2's MP. So again, for this beta here, I'll break down what rewards we're getting, and be sure to grind that through. Obviously on Xbox and PC, we have a bit less time than PlayStation players, but it still should be manageable to max out all of the levels there and get all of the possible MW3 beta rewards. We'll go through that very soon. But next here, something very interesting. We have a little surprise for COD Next. The world premiere of MW3's multiplayer will release tomorrow, October 3rd at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Crazy stuff here. I just saw this pop up in my YouTube recommended tab. I was like, is this a mistake? And then they officially tweeted it a couple minutes later. So at these times up on screen, Tuesday morning or during the day, depending on where you live, we are getting the official MP reveal trailer for Modern Warfare 3, which, I was expecting to see during the COD Next stream, which is when we saw the MW2 reveal trailer last year, but no, we're getting it a couple of days early, which is really, really cool there. So I'm also wondering why it's so early, 7 a.m. Pacific time. That's kind of rough for you guys out there on the West Coast. 10 a.m. Eastern for me is pretty early, but I should be up by then, honestly, right? So I'll be up covering all the info right when it happens on the channel, so be sure to stay subscribed for that. But interesting stuff here. I guess at COD Next, we're just going to get some straight MP gameplay. Obviously, YouTubers, streamers will be playing through MW3's MP. We'll get a breakdown stream of, Sledgehammer talking about the new gameplay features further in depth. Obviously, as we know, they already revealed so much info about this year's MP. Today, we just got the Aftermarket's part reveal, which I'll go through more on that later on in this video. But I guess there's a lot more they have to describe and explain to us, so we'll get a lot of that at COD Next there, plus just full-length gameplays of the new MP maps, which is still pretty cool. Now, also here, a new update on MW2 DMZ. So we have a community update. Although DMZ won't be showcased at COD Next this week, we're excited to share that we will continue to support the DMZ beta. Players will have continuing infiltration opportunities for Al-Mazrah, Ashika Island, Vondel, as well as Building 21 and Koshi Complex. Thank you for your continued support and dedication to the beta. We will share further updates closer to Season 1. So first off here, this seems like it is kind of good news because they're not outright saying that DMZ is over. They're at least acknowledging that DMZ is still something they will be supporting, but you have to look clearly here at what they're saying. DMZ will not be a COD Next. They're doing hashtag MW2. They're not doing MW3. They're not saying hashtag Warzone. They're saying hashtag MW2. And they're saying also you will continue to be able to play on the old Warzone maps almost hinting at we're not seeing DMZ on the new Warzone experience. We're not seeing DMZ moving forward with MW3. Pretty much what they're saying is you could still play DMZ, but we won't have as many updates. That's what I'm getting at here, at least in terms of MW3. Maybe they'll still slowly work on it and DMZ will come back bigger and better than ever for Black Ops 2024. Maybe DMZ will get some major updates later on down the line, but it seems like as of now, they're going to continue to kind of have it playable. They'll have some minor updates, but it definitely will not be a main focus. You probably won't be able to play it on the new Warzone map, and that's that. So kind of unfortunate for DMZ fans. It still is good. You'll be able to play it, and we'll get some minor updates, but it definitely won't have heavy support. And that honestly makes sense considering that MW3 Zombies is a clear combination of zombies and DMZ, which, you know, obviously is still going to be pretty cool to play. It's not exactly DMZ. For you hardcore DMZ fans out there, you know, I understand where you're coming from. DMZ is a ton of fun, but it's just not exactly where it needs to be, and I guess there just aren't enough players to really, you know, justify keeping the mode around. Maybe in the future we'll have more updates to make it a better version of what it should be. Maybe it'll eventually exit the beta and become a full-on, you know, extraction shooter like people want it to be. Who knows, very soon. Let me know down below your opinions on DMZ. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is this good or bad? Let me know what you think is going to happen to DMZ in the future. Let me know your opinions on that down below in the comment section. But now let's break down a bunch of more important updates here for MW3's MP, the aftermarket parts, the new Gunsmith as well, and much more. So Gunsmith Innovations introducing aftermarket parts and more to Call of Duty MW3. Really cool stuff here. This is Gunsmith's biggest change to the weapons you know and use. Here is the brief here. So again, we went through the trailer earlier today on my channel. I'll leave a link down below to that video where I broke down this trailer. Really cool here. We have some new info on what we're getting. And the main thing here is that you could choose a conversion kit that's going to absolutely turn that gun's identity on its head and give you an entirely new way to play with the weapon. That's a very vague synopsis of what's happening here, but pretty good understanding of what we're seeing. So they're nearly a new gun. Aftermarket parts are powerful, meaningful changes to these weapons here. So let's break this down even further. New challenges and playstyle. So Gunsmith functions in the same way it did in MW2. As you can see, it's very similar. Players still gain weapon XP to unlock attachments for a specific weapon and its associated weapons platform. In addition to gaining alternative progression routes at launch, you could choose from familiar attachment options like the barrel, muzzle, magazine, optic, laser, rear grip, and more to create the optimal version of each weapon depending on your playstyle. So again, unlock attachments through the weapon XP, level them up, you know, all standard stuff there, right? But here's the new thing, aftermarket parts. We have detailed statistics here, really interesting stuff here. So however, for certain weapons that reach max level, players will be able to transform their design using aftermarket parts. At launch, MW3 will feature several sets of aftermarket parts which take the form of conversion kits. To access these kits, you'll need to complete in-game challenges that become available once the supported weapon obtains max level. So max level on your given weapon, and then those challenges will be available to unlock. Finish the final challenge and the conversion kit is yours. Consider it the final impressive reward for finishing a weapon's progression path, which is pretty cool, besides for getting those, you know, mastery camos, right? So new weapon, new attachments. Pay attention to and cycle through your weapon's attachment selection when equipping conversion kits. New aftermarket parts might become available as attachments that weren't accessible using the base weapon, and some previously available attachments may become restricted because the weapon is fundamentally changed. So there are ways it can be modified. So that kind of makes sense there. You can't use all of the same attachments on a pistol once it's transformed with aftermarket parts into an SMG. That obviously makes sense. The same attachments wouldn't be usable there, at least all of the same attachments. You know, cool stuff there. Conversion kit examples. So 3 aftermarket weapons. They show some in the trailer here, but they break it down in this blog post. So to give you a better idea of these kinds of changes aftermarket parts bring to a weapon, here are 3 conversion kit examples, beginning with the bullpup LMG conversion mentioned in the video. The example shown below also come paired with example attachments to give an idea of how you could further customize your weapon's lethality in the field in conjunction with aftermarket parts. So aftermarket part loadout 1. Here's the Pulamyot 762 LMG base model here. Unlock challenge at max level. Get 25 kills while hip firing or using tac stance. Seems like a very easy challenge, honestly. And that'll transform it here, or you'll unlock the aftermarket part to transform it into a bullpup kit, the Jack Annihilator here, which is pretty cool overall, right? Transform this belt-fed machine gun with the bullpup conversion kit, greatly increasing the weapon's mobility and handling, rate of fire, and recoil off the hip and when in tack stance. What was once a behemoth weapon can now be used to run and gun without giving up the LMG's deep ammo reserves. Pretty cool there. Add some aftermarket parts in the form of recoil pads fitted to the stock for greater accuracy, as well as the aftermarket bullpup barrel for improved bullet velocity and damage range. This provides a solid foundation for aggressive play that can only be further improved through the use of additional attachments. So sounds pretty cool there. Next here we have the Renetti handgun with full auto carbine. So here's the pistol there, pretty cool. Unlock challenge at max level for this pistol. Get 30 kills with 5 attachments equipped. I mean, so simple there, right? Easy stuff. Just pretty much get to max level, play some games, and you'll get this unlocked instantly. So the aftermarket part here is the carbine kit that'll turn into the Jack Ferocity. So that's the one we saw in the trailer. Really, really cool. Through the use of 3D printed parts, you could convert the burst fire Renetti into a full auto handgun reminiscent of an SMG. Gain increased bullet velocity, range, and rate of fire at the cost of some mobility and recoil control. The conversion also supports tactical stance unavailable with the base model, offering greater options in how you approach each fight. Pair the conversion kit with a larger magazine to minimize reloads, and you'll be firmly in SMG territory. Add a barrel to further extend your damage range, or focus on hip firing improvements for fighting at top speed. Finally here, we have the WSP Swarm with Akimbo brace stocks here. Pretty cool overall. Unlock challenge at max level for this one. Unlock via weekly challenge in the preseason. Interesting there. So I know some people were kind of concerned about that, but I don't mind that whatsoever. A weekly challenge pops up. It's going to be super simple, and you'll be able to unlock it then. I mean, not a big deal by me, honestly. Here's the Akimbo look, really, really cool. Add additional support to the weapon's frame, allowing operators to place one WSP Swarm in each hand for an aggressive Akimbo stance that sacrifices some damage range and mobility for the advantage of overwhelming your opponents with a rain of fire. With dual weapons, you'll no longer be able to aim down sights, of course, so get up close and make it count. Complement the Akimbo conversion kit with a laser that improves hipfire accuracy for aggressive stealth play. Try equipping a suppressor with a hollow point ammunition to stagger enemies without giving up your position. So for other new Gunsmith enhancements here, the new Gunsmith is bringing additional innovations to the overall weapons system. These include more shared attachments and the removal of certain penalties when equipping small optics. So this is a huge W here. Attachment unlocks for the new MW3 weapons. Attachments such as grips, barrels, magazines, and stocks will no longer require players to use a specific weapon after they've already been unlocked for another one. For example, the assault stock attachment is available for both the AMR9 SMG at level 8 and the Riveter shotgun at level 12. If your AMR9 is already progressed to level 8 or higher, the stock will be available on the Riveter immediately, and vice versa, which is really cool. 1x optic attachments, as opposed to their counterparts in MW2, new 1x zoom optic attachments will no longer penalize your operator's aim down sight speed. Oh, such a W there, allowing faster target acquisition when using these sights. I mean, especially at MW2's MP launch, when that game first came out, you could put a basic red dot sight on a normal weapon and it would reduce the ADS speed by so much. It made it so slow. I understand if you have a 4x scope, you're supposed to aim down sights slower. That makes sense. But a 1x scope, a normal scope, that slowing down your ADS was insane. So that being completely removed here with MW3 is so fire. I mean, such a big W there. And that's pretty much all they have right now. So we're going to get a lot more info revealed at COD next. Of course, we're getting the MP reveal trailer tomorrow, which is going to be mostly gameplay, honestly, of the maps, some new features, stuff like that, but more in-depth breakdowns of the gameplay mechanics, the systems. That'll all be at the COD next stream. So again, I'll be streaming live, breaking down all of that stuff this Thursday. Definitely be sure to subscribe for all that stuff. We're going to go through all the content there, and the next day, of course, is the MW3 beta, which I cannot wait for. I'll be playing on the PS5, so can't wait for that. Be sure to subscribe for more COD update videos like this. Let me know down below your opinions on the new rewards here, DMZ, the new Gunsmith, all of that stuff. Let me know down below. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.